Hey, John Grube, OnManTrain.com. A lot of people get these discussions about me when I talk about gym strength and blue collar strength. Okay? Most people that go to the gym today are not real strong. Okay? They do the 3 lifts. Okay? And they're not very strong at them. And they think that they have carryover outside. They don't have much of a carryover. Bench press has no carryover, basically at all. Okay? Deadlift. Nobody lifts anything out there even like the deadlift because there's really no form in the real world. Form is a gym term, okay? Using good form. People that move their living room couch are not using good form. And I don't know how many people that I've ever heard that lift weights, heavy weights, they go home and they move something like a living room couch and they hurt themselves. I've never hurt myself moving a living room couch, okay? I've hurt myself more in the gym doing stupid exercises that mean absolutely nothing than I ever did in blue collar work. And depending on the blue collar work you have, you're going to do a lot of pulling, dragging, pushing, carrying over different terrains, upstairs, downstairs, and different environments, rain, snow, ice. People act like, these people in the gym have this better overall body control or body strength, and that's not absolutely at all fucking true. Okay, because I know in my line of work, man, you're constantly using your whole body to move things that are a lot heavier than you, dragging it, pulling it, grabbing it, rolling it, which requires the entire body, core, legs, hips, shoulders, every fucking thing, grip. Whereas the gym, very little muscles are being worked on a lot of these exercises. There's one study there's a lot of studies actually that grip strength determines how long you would live, if you're going to live, strong, or you're going to, you're going to die weak at an earlier age. And a lot of people think, well, I can just go squeeze, and that's not it. Okay. If they're talking about people that live a physically active life, basically, and blue collar workers are going to have stronger grip than a white collar worker. It's just the way it is. Blue collar workers are going to have a tendency to carry, drag, like I said, more and more stuff. And if you think blue collar is a bunch of bullshit, in the gym, athletes of all kinds, they mimic blue collar work, dragging, pushing, pulling, okay, like they would do, hitting tires, hitting a tire with a hammer, shoveling, things like that. All blue collar type exercises, a lot of wheelbarrow carries, things like that. All blue collar. So why would the people in the gym do blue collar work? Okay, if blue collar work is not as good as the gym work. And I always got these young guys who really don't have any experience, and they may for a little bit here and there, and they're going to tell me how it is. They're going to tell me how strong they are and how, they're stronger than everyone else. I even had a guy tell me that, I need to get to the gym, because he works out after work. It's like, motherfucker, don't you not pay attention? I've been training since I've been 12 years old. I still work out. Okay. I work out. That's not going to ever stop. Okay. I've said it before. I've missed one day of work in 25 years. Okay. I've limped in, knee problems, shoulder, broken fingers, a lot of things, but I've always made it in. Okay. Because there's a toughness to that. There's a toughness to that. The gym guys, no toughness to that. Because what they like to do is once you get the exercise, once they get hurt, they like to tell everybody how hurt they are and why they can't. And then the guys get together and then they try to outdo each other. Well, I hurt myself doing this. I hurt myself lifting this much weight. So I'm laid up right now. It's like, motherfucker, back in, when men were men, there was no time to be laid up. You went to fucking work. You did what you needed to do. These guys in the gym, if their family counted on them, okay, they're laid up. Oh, they're not men enough to get out of fucking bed. They hurt themselves. Come on, man. And that's pretty fucking pathetic. That's pathetic. And a lot more of these men who go to the gym, that's the way they are. Whereas a lot of blue collar workers, they go to work. I mean, there's a lot that don't get me wrong. They get the sniffles and, their pussy hurts and they won't come to work. And they get fucked with pretty hard. Okay. And those guys get less respect. So when the guys are out there and go to the gym, I'm a strong man. I'm so fucking powerful. Oh, I'm hurt and I need my wife to fucking bring me some fucking soup in bed. I don't fucking know. But You know, it's these guys that get outraged because they go to the gym and you know, that's like fucking going against, it's offending them because they can't possibly be weaker than a fucking guy who works fucking all day and grabs shit. Matter of fact, you know, I'm around a lot of farmers, a lot of Amish farmers. I've never seen an Amish farmer that did not have big fucking mitts, big fucking hands. And it's from fucking hard work all the time. My dad moved furniture. My dad had thick fucking fingers, thick hands, all types of shit like that, man. I've seen this, man, time and time again. And people act like it's not a big deal. And anybody's ever paid attention to anything, you know, people that train, Steve Justa. He was a well-known strong man, and he's, you know, respected by a lot of people. Pick up his book sometime. He talks about it all the time in his book about how, you know, he went and worked in a foundry, and a guy that was about 160 pounds was throwing these fucking 200-pound cast, whatever the fuck they were, forms, and he was banging them around like they were nothing. One day he was out of work. Steve Justa, who was like 290 pounds, had to do it. It was fucking killing him. This is a fucking strong man who was struggling to do a fucking job that a 160-pounder did all the fucking time. So you're going to say this guy that was 160 pounds ain't strong? Well, that's fucking retarded, you know? So if you're fucking offended, it's because you're fucking weak, okay? You're just fucking weak, you know? Basically, you don't have the fucking strength, you don't have the mental toughness, you don't have the physical fucking toughness. That's why you're in the fucking gym. And probably after you're fucking done in the gym, you're probably laying around all fucking day. You're probably watching fucking porn or doing some other bullshit. But as long as you look good in front of the fucking mirror, it's all that fucking matters. Later.